put them together and they've got the gift of crab.
Y saludos, amigos.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
Hola, hola.
Estoy bien, gracias.
Qué bueno.
¿Y tú,
Bienvenidos.
Hailey? Hailey, ¿cómo estás?
Sí,
Bueno,
bueno.
Muy bien, muy bien.
muy bien. Hola a todos.
Entonces, bienvenidos a todos a la colaboración de Grip Sport Latino y Gift of Grab. We are excited to have Pancho and Pabs here from, I'm trying to say it as best I can. To me, it always sounds like we have a beer here called Pabst Blue Ribbon. And so I listened to your other episode, your other recap, and it's P-A-B-S-T, so it's Pabst. But every time I heard them call you Pabs on there, I was like, there's got to be something there. There's
Pabst Blue Ribbon
yeah,
Chile
there's something.
edition.
Lovely. So
Work on
thanks
that.
for yeah, we'll get you a personalized can with like your face on it that says Pabs Blue Ribbon. It'll be great.
Awesome.
I think shipping to Chile will be cheap. So
I'm not sure.
yeah. Probably
It'll
not.
get there next year, but we're gonna make it happen.
I wouldn't drink it, just in general. But yeah. So we are doing a joint episode here. We're going to be putting Pancho on the other side of the table and asking him and Pab some questions about the recent Grip Sport Latino Classic, which is exciting. So we'll get to hear results. We'll get to learn some more about these guys, and make some friends along the way. So
Or strengthen the friendship
there
that
it
we
is.
already
Yep.
have.
Yeah.
Friendship gains.
Yes.
Yep.
And welcome back, Grabber Gang. We didn't say that, but
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, we love you guys. We love the questions. We're gonna have some fun tonight. We're gonna put Pancho and Peps on the other side. We're gonna talk about the Grip Sport Latino Classic tonight. So, guys, why don't we just jump right in? Can you tell us about it? Tell us how it went, how the big turnout, a good turnout, everything you expected.
Of course. Paps, would you like to start? Because I want to hear your point of view.
Ooh, you're putting me on the spot. Of course. It was awesome. It was an awesome tournament. It's the second one we've done with Pancho. This turnout was much higher. It's 23 people. Last tournament, I forget, it was like around 15, maybe less.
11.
So 11. So more than double. And this time you could definitely see the improvements from the past tournament. We had a very nice crossbar. We had referees. We had someone dedicated to moving the plates around. In
Nice.
last contest, Pancho basically did everything. He was referee, plate changer, and competitor. So it was kind of chaotic, but we always have a great time. And, you know, we were receiving the feedback from this contest, so it's just going to keep getting better and better. We're so hyped.
Awesome. Yeah, I saw some of the pictures and stuff. It looked like everyone was having a blast. Everyone got some big lifts in. It looked really well done. So just general congrats to you guys for a successful comp.
Yeah,
And it's
Pancho.
exciting to see the ladies turn out too. I know, Pancho, that's been like a goal of yours to get more goddesses of grip
Yes.
to join you guys. So that was cool to see too.
I guess the moderators of Goddesses of Grip must be tired of me tagging them on the ladies like videos and pictures. But yes, it was tremendous because one of our friends, Leticia, she competed on the first version. I mean, our first tournament, and she was like a big promoter between the powerlifting community here in Chile, IPF
Nice.
specifically. So I am super grateful to have like strong ladies joining in, and they really had a good time. I mean, it comes like I am the promoter of the thing, but what do you think, Paps? They seem to be like having a great time, right?
Yeah, it's super fun. And it's also, you can clearly see they're strength athletes. Most of their backgrounds were powerlifting, and there's also some climbers. And they're always eager to try new stuff. So when they see these different things like the little big horn, the flask, you can see they get super hyped, and all of them have that competitive spirit. So it's a very nice melting pot of different strength sports. Yeah, they were
Yeah.
super hyped.
Very cool. Yeah. What was the vibe like? Did you guys just have like Creed blasting on the speakers while everyone was doing their lifts, or was it just like a big old party? It looked like there was a lot of food.
Yes,
That was good.
Yeah, I think-
shout out to
I think-
Ian. Ian was putting a lot of nice rock
Nice
and
music,
metal
yeah.
songs. Yeah, we were super hyped.
Nice.
I think the vibe was like I mean, if we were like outdoors, it maybe will have been like a big barbecue, like with good drinks
Aw.
and good meat. It was like
Mhm.
everyone chilling or lifting or watching or having like nice conversations. It was like really nice, and really like exciting as well.
Honestly,
Uh,
that's how it should be. I mean, grip
Yeah.
is not a dangerous sport or like something where like everybody needs to kind of be worried about what's around. Like it should be a party. It should be a fun time. I love that vibe. Like your videos on your stories, it just seemed like, man,
Yeah, I know.
if I could
About to
just,
buy a ticket, you know.
yeah, mine aren't that fun.
Please do come. Please do
Wah,
come.
Womp womp. Yeah, I mean, impressive numbers all around. But the woman who came in first, Sophia, is it the Lechuga?
Lechuga.
Am I saying that right?
Lechuga.
That's lettuce in Spanish. Lechuga.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm like, that's very familiar. But tell us more about her. Was she a power lifter as well? Was this like, have she been training with you guys long?
No, actually, well, I knew her before because she was or she is a powerlifting competitor, and I used to be into powerlifting. You can tell, but but the thing is that let's say I retired after 2017 to jump into grip. So
Okay.
she started maybe on 2018, and she was one of the like strong ones. She has been a champion of her weight class and stuff, and we knew about her, but not like close friends, but she was like super like, not sure if friends, but they were close with Leticia.
Mhm.
So Sophia was always like curious about that sport, and I have the impression that like she's like curious and likes to play any strength sports that she can, and
Yeah.
has a really like competitive drive. I can see that she likes to be the number one and she likes to be the strongest. And when I was like talking to her, she was like doing pretty specific questions or comments about the rules book that I made, because I don't know if that happens on grip sport in the US, but here in Chile, when we did the first championship, an athlete that we will discuss about later because it was like notorious, on our first contest, he was like, he saw the banner and he was like, "Where's the rules book? Where are the rules?" And I was like, I don't know. I maybe I should make one. Fuck. And he was like pressing me like 3 days after that. Hey, the rules, where are they? And I was like, oh fuck, and making like a bulletproof like grip sport Latino rules book, and then it was ready. And so for this one, I knew that people was about to ask me for that. So Sophia, she read the whole manual and she knew like the whole schedule and rules and stuff. So yeah, she's pretty strong. I think that these days she's doing powerlifting and also weightlifting or CrossFit. So super strong athlete. She was really happy with her results and with the event. So maybe we will see her for King Kong in 2 months.
Yeah, it's like all listed as a venue for that, right? So
Yes, the Grip Sport Latino
Nice.
venue.
All right.
I asked Eric and Jet to put on Gripboard. Hey, please put the Grip Sport Latino venue. And I don't know if you noticed, but Tom Limath from Gods of Grip, we had an episode together, and I was like, "You should host King Kong," and he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to do it." Thanks, Pancho, for saying that. Like on the very next day, and I was like, "You should put that the Gods of Grip venue." They didn't do it, but I tried. I tried.
Yeah, you gave it the old college try. Strong push.
Yeah.
Just spreading the love.
That's it. Very nice. Yeah. So okay. So Sophia, kind of, she was the overall winner for the women. Did you guys have weight classes that were split up, or we're all
Yes.
like? I guess it looks like most of the women were around the same. So did you keep them all in one group?
I think 3 of them, or maybe Paps can help me with that.
Yeah,
He's the
I'm
quant.
gonna open up the Excel.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
He's
Okay.
the quant of the Grip Sport Latino. I mean, I can be the quant as well, but Paps, he's a civil engineer, so he's the guy of the numbers. I am
Yep.
just business.
You're the ideas man.
Yeah.
the one of the
He's-
money,
Yeah.
but he's
Yeah,
the one
that's
of the
it.
numbers.
He's the money maker. Okay. So we had one contestant in the 63 kg, 3 in the 72 kgs, and 1 in the 84 kg
Okay.
for the females.
Nice. And then you guys did you did kind of, it was a GSI comp, right? It was GSI sanctioned.
Exactly. That's why
Okay.
I printed all this big banner of GSI. It was not like
Hey.
just for showing,
Product placement.
Yes.
Nice. So did you do what format was it? Did
Last
you do
man
like the
standing.
number? What?
Last man standing.
Nice. All right.
It was super cool because basically we train like that. We always try to go one thing at a time, and we all take turns putting up the weight. So it was basically just another hangout with the guys. We really have become very close friends with these meets. I think it's been really important
Yeah, that's great.
for being motivated to train. It's just like when the weekend training is confirmed, I'm just so happy for the rest of the week. It's like, oh, that's so cool. I'm gonna see my guys this Saturday. And we're also competitive, so we always talk about we're doing some secret training during the week to get to the weekend and be absolute monsters. Like I'm
Just
gonna do
wait
some
till you
secret
see.
training to kill you guys. Yeah.
So you guys practice once a week together then, and then like during the week, just kind of your own thing until the meetups on what, Saturdays, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Basically, we try to do it once a week or at least once every 2 weeks.
Yes, every time we can, because we are. It's interesting because we are all kind of super busy. Some of the guys have kids. Some of the guys have like busy jobs. Paps is on his last year of college, so he has to study, and he's on Universidad Católica, like the best of the country. So it's kind of hard. And also Pablo is like one of the founders of a company, so he's pretty busy.
Do what?
He's pretty busy, but he always goes to the trainings. I mean, we have done 21 sessions. I have them counted on my Instagram stories, and I think Pablo has not been into just 2 of them. The first one because we haven't met yet, and there was one that he had to study. So the other ones he
I was
always
so
goes.
sad. I was so sad
Nerd.
that day.
Even he goes even with hangover. He did it once. He did it just once, but he always goes. Much love for you, Paps.
Thank
It's
you,
like-
Pancho.
Committed college student,
He's the-
amazing.
Yeah, I
glue.
just love seeing the
Yeah.
guys. It's a group of friends that likes to lift. What else do you want in life?
I feel
Yeah, I mean,
ya.
everybody needs an escape, especially if you can see your friends. It's like you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone, right? You're
Exactly.
training and you get to hang out with the bros.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's half the fun that's coming up this weekend is just hanging out with the other sad little sausages up in Charlotte. So it's yeah, it's just a
I'm
blast.
glad you mentioned sad little sausages. I've been looking at you guys' banner. It's so cool. I love it.
I think maybe Pablo is wondering what's the meaning of that
How can
banner.
I get one? Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get
so-
one from the guys from Will.
Yeah, yeah. We're making stuff now. Stickers. Tag on it, dog.
Yeah, I
so
just got mine. So
Yeah.
I
She
haven't
got
put it
the
up.
ladies version. It's
Pink.
got yeah, it's pink and it's got eyelashes. So it's pretty great. But it's
That-
me and
Audience,
ahead.
if you didn't know,
Stop.
that's how in drawings you tell a male from a female sausage because it's eyelashes. So
Yep.
if you guys
Yep.
didn't know,
It's an
hot
art thing.
tip tonight. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's art. You wouldn't understand, but it's
you wouldn't get it. It's high class. But yeah. So it's me and a couple other guys, Nate Powell and Hunter Heath, and Nate has the largest hands on a person I think I've ever seen. They are massive, and he referred to his own fingers, which are huge, as sad little sausages one time. I was like, oh, okay, well there's our group name. So now we have these weird little things everywhere, and it's just another fun part of the grip world for us.
Awesome. The lore, the grip lore.
Yes, the grip lore. Hopefully it goes down generation to generation. Bunch of little
So-
weenies.
oh, sorry to cut you off.
Please do. Please cut me off.
All right. This contest and previous contests, you guys, use a knock bar. Do you do that because it's like it makes judging easier or just preference? Just like I know it's like a GSI thing, and so you guys haven't competed in Arm Lifting USA, but like all of them are to lockout. So just curious if it was just because you hit it, it's done, that's the call, or preference.
Well, personally, as the founder of this, my first experience was going to Skillet Hands in New York in 2022 in Alex
wow.
Alex Weha's house. Maybe we didn't discuss that when I invited you to the
No,
show.
we did. Yeah, it's Sleepy Hollow area,
But
right?
in Sleepy Hollow, the
Yeah.
headless horse rider, you know.
Yes.
Alex
About
told me
I
that
do know.
everything is
that.
true. And another fun fact, I took the train in New York. It was a really cool experience. We passed by like the Yankees Stadium, and also we passed through what's the name of the station? Tarrytown. JJ, the airplane. You know, it was like, oh, this one was for real.
JJ the jet plane. Yeah.
The jet plane. Thank you.
Yeah. It was all. Yeah.
And by the way, Pablo is too shy right now, but he lived in New York as well. Please
Oh,
tell us
cool.
that story. Like Pablo
of
is
course.
half gringo and half Australian, and that's why
Yes.
you are called Paps.
As-
Please.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I'll give some perhaps lore. Okay, so basically my dad worked in he worked in the United Nations for a while in New York. So I lived from 1 to 5 years old in the US, so I learned English and Spanish
There
at
you
the
go.
same time when I was a baby. And also because of my dad's work, I lived in Australia for 3 years, from 10 to 13. And Australians are so good at, slang and shortening words and nicknames, and that's how I got Babs. They
Ah,
just found a way to shorten Pablo because in Chile, like Pablos don't get nicknames. It gets longer. They call you like Pablito maybe, but Babs is unheard of. So it was very nice to import that nickname when I got back to Chile.
Yeah. That's good. I like that.
Yeah. So
Very
so
nice.
going back to Haley's question, my experience was with Knockbar, and I got myself into the ranking, and it was like, wow, the ranking! I can compare myself with all the 93 kilo class beast. I am like at the very bottom of it, but I like it. And
I'm there.
when I met the guys, I was like telling them like the story, and I think that since GSI is cheaper, and since I have my equipment like GSI friendly, then we started there. But I don't know if eventually I am still being like crazy enough to have like the Country Crush and Apollon Saxel and all the expensive stuff
Yeah.
to bring to Chile, I will host Super Series maybe, because more chances to compete, more fun, and we can do like different challenges and not be being like so specialized on things. That's my
Yeah.
take on that. What do you think, Paps?
I'm open for everything, dude. Let's try all the stuff because in training we lock out mostly. So we're used to that style. When we were competing, it was like, oh my god, 6 inches is like nothing for
Yeah.
the Little Big Horn and the Crusher.
Yeah.
I mean, 6 inches is pretty big, but but
What do you mean?
it didn't look that
It's
intimidating. You have
decent.
to-
Haley was the only one not laughing at your joke.
Yes, I know. I know. I'm 6 years old, but I just needed to say.
All
I
it,
was
It's
you know?
kidding.
all right.
Sorry, Haley. I was kidding. No.
It's okay. I've personally never used that format in a contest yet, so
Oh,
like
really?
that was just out of my
Oh.
curiosity. Like I've trained with it before. King Kong this year will be my first King Kong, so
Yes.
yeah.
Nice. Can't wait.
It'll be good. Nice. I had another question and it's gone now. I'll think of it later. But
Yeah, so all right, I'll go, I guess. Since
go.
you don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a few random ones to pepper in if you guys don't mind.
Not at all.
Are
Says
you
the one not
good
answering.
at
Bring it
making
up.
empanadas? Because they are very popular. And I'm just curious because it's like anyone I know that has gone there, it's just like they rave about empanadas and like that's it. And I'm just curious, like, is that something like you're good at, or is it something like you eat all the time, or is it like when people ask me if I eat chicken wings just because I'm from Buffalo? The answer is yes, of
I was gonna
course,
say,
but
yeah.
just like, just out of curiosity, really, like.
I love empanadas. That's my favorite Chilean food. Very good at eating them. I've made them like twice.
Yeah.
They were pretty decent, but there's 2 different kinds. There's oven and fried empanadas. I made fried empanadas with cheese and shrimp. So good. You guys need to come
Wow.
to train and eat some empanadas.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
Aw, gee.
Will, did you try them?
I didn't actually when I was there. I just ate a lot of steak while I was down there.
A
And
little
then-
context, Pablo. Will came to Chile.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
when?
I was in Valparaiso for
Oh.
a few days for New Year's, and then I was in Santiago for like a week. As part of
Wow.
it was part of my MBA program, and we went to a winery and we went to Antofagasta Mineral Company or
Yes.
whatever, and
Chilean wine too is like the thing.
Yeah, it was very good.
That's a good one.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
I still have the wine opener from Viña Ventisquero. So
Oh, ventisquero.
yeah.
Ventisquero.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
so
Yeah,
I also love
empanadas
Chilean
are
wine.
like a classic meal here in Chile. When I was in college, there were like an empanada store like on the right turning the corner, and I went there and I love to eat like cheese empanada. That's a tasty one. I am a huge cheese fan, and when there's our national holiday, which is going to be next month, we always eat like it's like, let's say, meat empanada. It's full of meat, olives, onion, I think, and perhaps, ¿cómo digo pasas en inglés, weón?
Raisins.
Raisins. Thank
But
you, man.
that's a controversial ingredient. Like that's a Chilean conversation starter right there. Like, do you eat
raisins or
empanadas?
no
Raisins
raisins?
or no
Yeah,
raisins?
yeah, oh, man.
Yeah, it's like
I don't
it's
mind
like
them, but
it's
people
like
really hate
the
them.
black team or the
Yeah.
green team, which is the one of House of Dragon. Like, which is your team? Like
Oh,
raisins or no raisins? You know, there are many things like that. Personally, I don't mind if the empanada has that on it. What do you think, Paps?
Mhm. Same here. I don't mind it, but I wouldn't order it with raisins. I tolerate them.
I know that. I mean, I guess it's like that sweet, salty thing, but
Yeah.
Yeah. That's I think we have the thing with raisins here, but with like potato salad or something. Or there's some kind of bland American dish that we have that everyone like, oh, you gotta put raisins in it, or oh, this has raisins in it, and raisins are not the problem with that dish.
I'm not familiar with a raisin potato salad. Is that what you said?
Maybe that's done here.
I hope so. I hope it never comes up my way.
It never makes it north of the Mason-Dixon. Yeah, I don't know.
That
I don't like it anyway.
Terrible. I guess. All right, moving right along. Do you choose contests with lifts you're good at, or do you? Because I feel like you're good at all of these, Pancho. And is it like just because you brought it to the crew and you've been doing it so long that these are your favorites, or does anyone else have input with what you choose for the contest, or is it all your kind of brainchild?
Well, are these the implements you're able to bring here?
I am so like, I feel like flattered. Like, I mean, thank you for you thinking that I'm good at this list, because I watch the ranking and Instagram guys, and I feel like, damn, I have so much work to do. But the origin of this, it's like, I have been trying to host King Kong like since 2020, and I haven't had the teammates, the cash flow, or the drive to do it. So I always wanted to host King Kong and be right there, like, you know, it's like I wanted to be one of them, and I was like, yeah, what can I do to prepare all the guys well for King Kong? And I always set up like, I knew King Kong this year, and this year I was like, I'm gonna host it no matter what. And this year's disciplines are the Crusher, Finishable, Little Big Horn, and the Blockbuster. So I was like, or maybe Paps, correct me if I'm wrong. I was like, guys, would you like to have a contest? I want to have King Kong. And they were like, yeah, we are definitely in. And then I think you told me like, do one before, please, right? How was it, Paps?
Yeah, I was like, please let me prepare. Let's do one before King Kong, just
practice
to gauge
run
a little bit.
No, I mean, it's good because it's that competition setting, of course, because it's a real competition, but you're getting real life practice with not only the implements, but like the time, the pressure, like just the vibe of it. That's an advantage, actually. So you're onto something.
Yes.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of the time, you go into a contest, like, for at least for me, I don't have a lot of the implements, and so like if there's a new competition coming up and I'm like, I have no frame of reference for how I'm going to do in any of this stuff, and so having a contest beforehand where you get to use most of those implements, you're like, okay, now I have a baseline, I know what I can do with all this together, I have where my starting point. Yeah. And so I think that's a great idea.
Yes. So my idea was like, having like a good like teammates to compete against and to put rankings on the list. And also I wanted to increase the participation, like to call like all the eyes on our page and on our sport. And dude, everyone in Chile and in South America, they love these guys, these little bastards. They love them. You know? Oh, the grippers, and which
nice
one
rack.
do you close? You know? This is my homemade gripper caddy.
That's so beautiful.
Grips per Latino, handmade.
Lovely.
Yeah. I actually made it to, like, because this is my desk and we have like some space here, and there's a window like in front of me, and I put this like on the window, and when I am like procrastinating, I am like, oh, they are so nice, you know? Well, everyone here in Chile, they love grippers. Do you love grippers, Paps?
I love grippers. The thing is, I don't have the money to buy grippers, you know. I bought like from China, from AliExpress, like two grippers, and I've gotten to get pretty good at those, but panchos are super nice. The thing I do really enjoy is this guy. I bring this guy everywhere. I bring it to the gym.
Oh,
I bring it
I've
to the
never tried
university,
one.
and it's always super fun. I brought them to parties to see how alcohol affects your grip strength, and
It's a great experiment.
like I had like
And
a
how
pretty nice
does no?
sample,
Like,
like
can
15
you tell
people,
us?
you know. So my conclusion is that one drink is peak strength, and then it's all downhill. Like base sobriety, it was a few kgs, a few pounds less than one drink in, and then they just got super weak. Yeah, my theory is
Oh,
that
man.
maybe a little bit of ego, I don't know, blood flowing, I don't know, a little bit of alcohol made them more
Yeah.
hyped.
No, that's a thing with Highland Games athletes too. They will start like the scotch or the whiskey like during the end of our day. And some of them will keep going where like
Yes.
the rest of us will just take a shot in celebration or something and it like loosens you up, mellows you out a bit. You're good. But if you keep going, you're done.
Yeah.
Like, so that's a
I
wrap.
think
We need further research, you know.
Well,
but
yeah, you need probably a larger study, but
Yes,
also
yes.
and then the next time you need to maybe narrow it down and say, okay, which type of alcohol affects you the least or the most,
Okay,
and really get granular with it. But
we'll get on it. We'll bring these to the
Wait till
Grip
we
Sport
come
Latino
down.
parties and
yeah, wait till we
just
make
try
it down
alcohol
there.
by alcohol. Yes.
Yeah, I think I've still got some pisco left somehow. So,
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah,
Some piscolas.
that's some good stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it. And you're an engineering student? Is that
Yes.
okay? Yeah.
Last year of chemical engineering.
Oh,
Oh, wow. What do you
Well,
want to
dang.
do? What do you want to be? What are you going into?
This big money question.
I like that voice. That was a good one.
I would love to use my engineering knowledge to help with to have a carbon neutral economy. I love circular economy, carbon neutrality. Right now, as Pancho mentioned, I'm making a startup with some friends with the salmon industry. It has a very big sea lice problem. These salmon cages, these salmon farms in the south get bombarded with lice that they have to kill with a lot of chemicals. And we're trying to kill them with ultrasound. That's much more sustainable and it doesn't affect the salmon or any
Cleaner, yeah.
Yes, and
That's
any
cool.
species that surround the salmon cages. So that's been super fun, and that's hopefully going to be the thing I do for a lot of years in the future.
That's really
That's
cool.
awesome.
And grip, obviously, Also, I can buy more grippers. That's the main.
When it takes off, you too can have a poncho gripper caddy.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's how you know you've made it. You've got one of the Poncho originals.
Yes.
Branded.
Yep.
Well, I wanted to like close the previous idea that everyone here loves the grippers, So on the first contest, I included grippers as a discipline, and since I think that you guys in America watch me, and I can I am kind of a grip influencer. I think it to myself. I was like, if I put
gripfluencer.
some grippers on the contest, maybe others will start using grippers as well, because I like them a lot and I want them to be like back on the big contests, So after that first contest, I did like a satisfaction survey, and I asked all the contestants, hey, which tools would you like to use? And most of them were like, how can I say, like BS'd to use the King Kong ones. So we ended up having a lineup which was exactly the one of King Kong 2022, which is the same as this year, changing the blockbuster for the flask. So no, we are not like trying to just work out for what we are best at. Actually, we are planning to have like a surprise party on Christmas with Peps, but
Yes.
we can discuss that after the episode because the idea is to like
It's a
be ready for
surprise.
everything. It's a
Yes.
surprise.
Cool.
Christmas presents, you know. It's like the grip mass idea of
Yes.
that you have on the East Coast. But yes, we want to be like ready for everything, not just specialized on certain stuff. We don't want here in Chile to have like one trick ponies, you know.
Exactly.
No, I love that. I mean, are there any implements you hate? Like each of you? Like, is there one? Because I know Will and I have had this conversation in 2 episodes ago. We were just going through our favorites and the ones that we just gave the worst songs to. But like, is there any implement that you just like hate and it's a love-hate relationship even? Like,
Why don't you go first, Pancho?
Well, Will, this is going to like make like a world apart. Like this is going to divide us. But dude, I hate the hub. I hate the hub.
It's
Haley,
okay.
Haley, you are good at
Preach.
hub as well, right?
yeah, but I hate it. Like, I'm like,
Oh man,
I have a pretty like decent score at like the doorknob, but I can't. The traditional one eludes me. I don't know if it's because I usually have my nails done or what, but
That's usually my problem. But no, I got
my
stubby little
skin
fingers.
rips.
That works for
Yeah.
me.
no, I mean, like considering everything I have, it's like the hub is the one I don't like. But if on next year's King Kong it comes like a hub, I am going to train it, obviously, because I do grip to compete.
Yeah.
I have to compete. If I am not
Yeah.
going to compete, I am not going to train this. I am going to train something else that I'm going to compete at. Even if I suck
Right.
in the ranking, I want to improve myself and fight. You know, that's my spirit animal. Maybe I am super nice and super kind, but on the inside, I want to I want to compete. I want to
I
be
will
better,
crush
and I
you.
want my guys to be better. Pablo, I
Yes.
want my team to be better, and I want the world to watch us. You know, but yeah, I hate hub. Paps, your turn. Your move.
I'm gonna have to agree. Hub
Man.
is
You're alone, Will.
I'm never
Need to
gonna say
take a
no
minute.
to an implement. As Pancho said, you can't run away from things you're not that good at. So
Oh yes, you can.
I don't want to.
I quit those sports.
Yeah, that's the reason why baseball's not an option. And
I feel you, but a thing is, with me, I don't hate any implement, but the finish ball is like it's my weakness. I think I have a pretty good rolling handle, pinch, and what is it called? Vertical grip? I don't know, but
yeah, like V-bar
those
stuff.
smaller holds are super difficult to me. So I did very well in all the other lifts, and finish ball just destroys me. So now I have feeling I need to prove myself, and I'm gonna buy from Pancho one of the finish balls he makes,
Nice.
so I can
The Chilean balls.
go to King Kong and just crush everyone, because I've really sucked in the finish ball this comp.
Here's
That's one
your
I haven't
finish
tried
ball.
yet.
Here's your finish ball, my friend. I'm going to build it. I am gonna build it in
Yes.
2 weeks. I have many surprises on this desk.
Yeah, I was
This is
gonna say, you
going
just
to be
keep
a
pulling
riddle.
stuff.
This is going to be a riddle for you guys. Can you imagine what this is?
A future
look-
rolling handle. I don't know.
A future rolling
handle?
handle. Yes,
Yeah.
Okay.
I have every important stuff in here, but
The only cool
all the
grip
finish
thing I
all,
have
all the
here
finish
is
balls are here.
my small inch
A
dumbbell.
little inch dumbbell.
Yes.
That's so
That's awesome.
cute.
That's
gets a sick
the
pinky pump.
price. That's the price of our first contest made by
Yes.
Nathan.
Second place.
Fantastic. Oh, Nathan made those?
Yeah,
That is
That's awesome.
dang. You do have the big bucks, Pancho.
Yeah.
Do
Daggone.
do you have Paps? Do you have the price of this competition like
course,
near
I'll
to
get
you?
it. Yes.
Of course. He sleeps with it under his pillow.
Because Paps always pays first for the competition fee, and he always gets the prizes. So value for money, man. It's like
There it is.
ROI on over the top.
Dude,
Yeah.
this contest was like the best investment ever. We got pizza, we got some gummy bears, we had
Ooh.
Powerades, and I got to get this awesome jug from Pancho. It paid
Hey,
itself.
nice.
comp.
Sweet.
Yes.
That's great. What's the diameter? 2.5 or?
Of course. That's
Yeah,
why it's
yes.
called a
right.
jug.
Nice.
We have all
I don't
the
know what the
Pancho stuff
diameters
here.
are.
Yeah, I must say
The
that
group sport
Paps is one of my like first and most loyal clients. Really? No,
Always.
it's
No,
no
yeah, I
joke.
believe you.
Why are you laughing at it?
Don't
Just
laugh.
kidding, man.
Because that's what I do.
I giggle.
I giggle. Teehees here and there. Is that one of your grippers?
Yeah,
They're
so
pep-
these, like, if you could compare these to Panchos, they're like much skinnier and they're super inaccurate. I don't know if you can, no, you can't see that, but it says 150 pounds. And it's
It's not
obviously
accurate.
not 150 pounds.
Yeah.
because-
Hey man, that's really good. Wow.
yeah, I mean,
Certify on the
world,
3 with
world
that.
class, you know.
Yep.
I
That's,
want to say, guys, that in the 6 years in my short career of like a grip sport promotion, Pablo was the first one that closed at 2.5, and I think I have no, I don't have it right here, but he's the first one that closed at 2.5 first try.
That's
Dude, that's
impressive.
not regular.
Yeah.
That's not
nuts.
regular. And
Not
Pablo
at
is
all.
please, Will, tell him that that's not regular, not
It's-
common.
It's not at all. I mean, I'm not like a gripper expert by any means, but like I closed my 2 out of the package. It's a light 2. It's 99 pounds, and then my 2.5 I only recently was able to do, and I think I've had it for probably a year and a half or something. And so like being able to close, and especially because you were 77 kilos for this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, yeah, closing a 2.5. I know weight doesn't play as much of a factor in a lot of the grip stuff, but like, and especially grippers. But I mean, that's good. that's real solid.
That's pretty nice.
It's all right.
It's all thanks to this guy.
That's yep.
It's like
yep.
Aw.
everything I had. But that was the first time trying the COCs.
Where did you get that again? You said what?
AliExpress,
Oh,
yes.
AliExpress. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Like $6.
They have a display at the aquarium by us that's like they have an eagle there, and so they have this thing where they put out a couple grippers because they're like, hey, here's like the average human's grip strength or whatever, and then here's the average eagle's, and so like they say it's 50 pounds or whatever for the human's grip strength, and I looked at the bottom of it and it's like it's in Chinese, and then it's got like the 50 on there and stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, okay. And then like they hand you the 350, and it just like for me it does not budge. And I was like, okay, that's a lot. So my new goal is to be able to go back to the aquarium and close that thing.
Because I'm better than
Take
an
that,
eagle.
attendant. And they're like, I'm here from college.
that,
And I'm
eagle.
like, I don't care. That eagle's mine now. That's how it's gonna be.
Now I want to go to South Carolina to close that.
Yes.
Which-
We must.
Really?
We must.
Yep.
This eagle ain't got shit on me.
Just go up to it and start heckling it. I'm stronger than you. USA. Well, you're an eagle. Yeah, I'm here for it. I'll pay for your ticket if you come heckle an eagle, Pancho.
No need to.
That's a
No
damn
need
good
to, but
deal.
let's go to a nice restaurant when I visit South Carolina. Maybe we
Okay.
can go to.
Like
I mean,
Wendy's?
I don't know what. There's Wendy's in Chile as well. No surprise for
Oh
me.
darn.
So-
Oh sorry. Okay. Chick-fil-A.
I haven't tried it, so
yeah.
I haven't tried it, so let's go there.
I'm kidding. That's all there really is to do here is eat food and go to the beach. So
Civil War reenactment.
yes, we do like that for whatever reason.
All right.
All right.
Ooh, I got one for you both. If you could pick an American contest to come compete at, which would you rather do? The World Championships at the Mr. Olympia or the Arnold Classic?
Where are they?
This
This
year,
year?
Mr. Olympia is in Las Vegas, and the Arnold Classic is always in Columbus, Ohio.
Well, for me, Arnold, because I haven't been to Ohio, and that's like the mecca of powerlifting. So, an old sport of mine. I'd love to go there, and I have a couple of friends in Ohio that I love to meet. Maybe some of the Team Ohio members, Jason Dingy.
Yeah.
Team Livingston is from Ohio as well, and maybe I can convince him to finally compete in a grip contest for once. So yeah, I think that will be like the one that I would like to go.
It's a good one.
I'm so ignorant. I've heard about the Arnold and the Strongman, but is there like a grip division in those contests?
Yeah, there is. So, Arm Lifting USA has a slot. I don't know what you want to call it. Like they've given us the floor through the Arnold Classic to. Because some of us competed on the main stage this past March, so it was pretty exciting. It's like out in front of the crowds that the strongmen and bodybuilders get, and it was a huge opportunity. And then the Olympia is a similar, it's a sports festival, but it either goes from Las Vegas or Orlando, so it switches every year. And it's similar, but it's more bodybuilding and powerlifting, I would say, like popular.
Yeah, the Arnold Sports Festival has like everything. It's got like fencing, it's got it's got wrestling, it's got powerlifting, strongman, arm lifting, ping pong. Like it's got
jousting, Highland games,
it's got
pole dancing.
Yeah. So it's I have never been to Olympia, so I don't know if it has all that too. But yeah, the Arnold is huge.
That sounds super fun.
It is
huge.
Yeah. It's
I think
so the Arnold for both of you.
What
the Arnold for both of you then?
Yes.
All right.
And we can go together, so it's going to be like Team Chile.
Boom.
First.
There it is.
No,
Yes.
Team Grips per Latino first
Yes.
trip
Yeah.
abroad. Maybe
That'd be
I was
good.
thinking that maybe you can tell us how much is the cost of the competition. That's going to start the spicy part of our conversation.
Well, besides airfare and hotels are going to be expensive unless you want to stay where my roommate and I used to stay when we were in college, and we'd go and you get like cigarette burns on your duvet covers and stuff. So you could do that real cheap, not bad at all. But
you can stay outside the city. You don't have to, like in Columbus especially, there's plenty of nice areas, like all within a 10-minute drive. So you can save the money. There's Airbnbs and Verbos, and it's a lot cheaper than Las Vegas.
Oh yeah.
So
and then I think at least for the Open, I think the registration fee last year was like $125 for that. So $125 US will get you into the Open comp, and then you have the chance to go pro if you're in the top 3 or so.
Top 3, and you get a sweet Hosswear t-shirt. You get a pass to the expo all weekend, and that is like over $100 in itself. So
that's worth it. Yeah,
it is worth. Like if you're competing anyway, you get a chance to compete. You get a shirt, you get the opportunity to get a sweet medal, and you get a pass to the expo. So it's actually a good deal if you think about if you're going anyway.
Because the pass also gets you in. It's an athlete's wristband, so you get in an hour before the common folk. So it's like You get to get in there and like you can make your laps. You can actually get through the booths and get free stuff. And then you can look at the people with disdain as you pass them and go, it must suck to suck. And then you get to go inside and it's great. So
Yeah, just like in
definitely
Wayne's
worth it
World
for
when they're
that.
holding up. I don't know if you guys have seen Wayne's World, but they hold up their backstage passes. It's just
Yep.
kind of like that. You hold up
It's
your wrist,
exactly
like,
that.
let me
See
in.
that? That lets me do this, and you can smack one person a day. It's really cool.
Just
And
don't
does
tell
it-
them the gift
does
of
it-
grab sent you.
Does it cover any food, like any
No.
sandwich or something for the day, or do you have to buy it like from your pocket apart?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's plenty of food in the expo, and there's a million restaurants because it is a sports town, right? Like Columbus. I mean, they have Ohio State University, obviously, but it's a sports town, so it's all surrounding the convention center for that reason. Like they come alive in March, and it's a huge business boom for them. So, plenty of food, plenty of options, but
There's a place called Spicy Dan's Pizza right across from the convention center. Delicious. Like, so good. It has like sriracha in the sauce if you want it that way. Oh. Like that's what I'm looking forward to going back. Is I'm like, I'm gonna go to Spicy Dan's for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's how it's gonna
Um, as far as the Grip Sport Latino Classic, were like there any? I know, back on topic.
go. As Jen would say,
Were there any?
I love-
yeah, really.
I really love to go off topic. I really love it. It's like
I do too.
Like-
and
we
like
hate it.
like having like this rambling. So no problem. Let's go off topic
Yeah.
all the times I want. I have the whole day right now. I don't know about Pablo, but no.
I
just
just cleared my schedule. I was gonna do a
Yes.
biology class, but I rescheduled to
Overrated.
tomorrow, so we're good.
Were there any surprises out of any of the competitors there this year? Like a PR that was unexpected? Anything
Would you like to say it, Paps, or would you like me to say it?
Please go for it.
Well, I mentioned before that there was one competitor that was asking for the rules book and stuff. Well, on that contest, he couldn't make it. And I was like, damn, you made me do the old rules book and then you don't come. And I was like, "Ugh." But then I was like, yeah, this is helping me improve my brand, my organization. Thank you. Then we had one of the Elite Grip Society challenges, and he was like, oh, I want to go. And then on that very morning was like, hey, I couldn't make it. And I was like, oh, again, what happened? But then I launched the GSLC 2024, and he was the second to sign in. Pablo was the first. Thank you, Pablo. and then this guy paid like instantly, and I was like surprised, like, hey, this is the guy that didn't show up for the first two, and I was like, oh, this is your third opportunity, man. You're gonna miss it.
Three strikes.
And he was,
yeah.
and he was like, yeah, paying. And then I didn't hear anything from him until like the very previous day, and he was like, hey, is there anywhere to park my car on the venue of the contest? And I was like, yes, you can come in your car, your motorbike, whatever. Because the contest was held on a powerlifting gym from, I don't know if you noticed that I always upload like powerlifter videos of two guys, from Fellow and from Hugo. They both go to a gym called Hard Workout House, and Fellow, he's the owner of the gym. And I asked him, hey, can I host my competition on your gym? Basically because, well, it's a gym that could be used for all of us, and it has like the powerlifting plates. And he said yes, and the gym is on the underground floor of an hotel. So it has plenty of parking lots.
Nice.
So this guy, I think, Pablo, could it be too much to call him like a legend? or a legendary Pokemon. It's
I
like
think he
Legendary
deserves it,
Pokemon.
man.
he
He's the
deserves
Charizard
it.
of Chile.
Man, he deserves it because this guy he's a climber. His name is Sergio Aguayo, and he came like a total lone wolf, total underdog.
Mm.
And I mean, this was a last man standing contest, so on the first rounds it was like newer lifters, like lifting like not so much weight, and as the time goes by it's like he stands like from his tiny spot on the bottom of the gym, and he lifted like a huge amount of weight. I think that the
Yeah.
well, flask and finish ball, it's rare to have someone reaching like more than 50 or 60% of his body weight.
I was
Perhaps
gonna say, yeah, I was looking at
can
that.
you check the radio of
Calculations.
see can you check it for the sake of this anecdote? But dude, this
I
guy
mean, he did
was
over
like
body weight on Crusher and Little Bighorn, and
yes,
jeez.
he was like he's like 62 kilograms, and on the Crusher he did like 68. Perhaps help
That's
me with
insane.
that, please. But it's
Yes.
insane.
69 and a half.
And on
Yeah,
the Little Bighorn, he was like over body weight as well. Like he always stayed on, until the last rounds, you know.
Yeah.
And when he was going to lift, he was like fucking serious.
Yeah,
He
so
was
serious.
like he was like in the zone. We were like, I mean, it's a niche sport, so everyone knows everyone. But I have never seen him like before. It was that was the time that we met, and he was like in the zone, super serious. And sometimes, well, we did it like you have 1 minute to perform your lift, and he was like, sometimes he failed the first attempt, and then he went like focused meditation for 30 seconds, and then he was like giving a jump, whoa! And then he went to lift and did it, and he was like
Wow.
Dude,
That's
he did
crushing
it
the
like 3
competition.
times.
Yeah.
crushing the competition.
Yes.
And he was like a second overall, first of his weight class, and he won the pound for pound award. He was like surprising for all of us.
That's
what do you think,
awesome.
Paps?
Should I
what's your
share the
vision?
screen or is it sensible data? I don't know if I should share
No,
the
you
screen. I
can,
have the
you can.
Excel.
Of
I
course,
have the Excel right here
share it.
if it isn't a problem for you guys.
No, go for it.
This is going to be like
Well-
a work call with the
Yes.
PowerPoint
Can
and
you-
spreadsheet.
can you see my screen? Can you
The
see it?
weekly update, of course. I'll try to. I'm gonna close everything. You know, I have some university stuff open.
That's what they all
Oh.
say.
Yeah.
Some university stuff.
Not
Yeah.
researching. Weird
Incognito
grips stuff.
tabs pulled up.
Yes. Oh my god. Okay. Ta-da!
Oh, there we are.
Okay.
Oh,
Can you see my
And they-
screen?
Yes.
yes. I see rocks.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Rocks.
here we have
And-
some stats. As you can see, we have the best lifts. They're in kgs. I'm so sorry. I don't know if you guys.
We're all, you know, all the contests are done in kilos.
Okay,
And
it's
then they end up converting to pounds
Okay.
or whatever else. So yeah, we're good.
it's not in freedom units, but
It's not freedom units.
yes. Okay, so Sergio, his body weight is 62.8 kgs, and he lifted 69. So that's 110% of his body weight in the crusher. Flasky did 55%. Fish ball 50%, which is crazy. And a little bighorn, he also did 1. And the total relative was 3.19. He blew us out of the water.
Daggone.
Yes.
Those climber guys, man.
Yeah, dude. Ignacio Cifuentes is also a climber. He was a big surprise as well. He basically didn't try. He hadn't seen any of these things before, and he also lifted crazy weights.
So
Yes,
are they going to
those
join
were-
you guys in practices, or are they like a long travel?
No, they are within within the same city. It's like they are
Nice.
pretty
Yes.
close, and actually the place where we do most of our workouts, it's pretty close to Ignacio. So maybe he can join us eventually.
Yes.
But as far as I'm concerned, he goes to the gym of one of our team members, Maxi.
Oh yes.
He's
oh,
a climber
Maxi.
as well, and he's a
All
coach.
climbers.
So,
Yes.
so he coaches Ignacio, and Maxi is going to buy some finish ball and rolling handle for his gym. So Ignacio will have a chance to train. And in the case of Sergio, he's welcome to join us as well for trainings. But, well, I didn't mention, but Sergio is an experienced grip sport athlete. I think he competed on last year's King Kong, last year's World Napalm's Nightmare Championship, or whatever the name is, and like 2 or 3 competitions. Like he has competed like for 2 years right now, and he's
Yes.
like totally into this. Or I mean, based on what
But-
we saw in the competition, he is like a guy with experience and interested in keep on competing and keep like the level high and super serious, which is super
Yeah.
good. I mean, I told him like, dude, big respect. You did like an awesome performance, man. Congratulations. You know.
He definitely
So-
did some secret training because I was checking him out, his stats before the comp, because Pancho told me that he was a very good lifter, and I was like, okay, he's like much lighter than me, and he lifts basically the same things I do. And I looked at all his lifts, and I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna be okay. And then he just fucking
Just blew it
lifted
out.
way more than he did last year, and I was like, damn. He did
No,
a nice
and-
training year.
It's good,
Yes.
and like the comfort too. You're competing more. You're getting more comfortable with the implements. I mean, it's a number of things, but it's like I know your pain well, Paps, because Tammy was in my weight class. If you're familiar, Tammy McClure. And I was just like, wait, what? And she's like, yeah, I just didn't feel like, or I like was a little bit heavier this week, and I just went with it. I'm like, oh, great. Yay
so
for
happy for
me. Yeah,
you,
no,
yeah.
but like, and then she broke every record, and her numbers are, I mean, match the girls that are much bigger. She's just, there's
Mhm.
incredible athletes like that, and they come up every once in a while, and they just, it's fun to watch.
Yes.
Speaking about Tammy, I think Tammy has a lot to do with me having like more female athletes into my show and more female athletes competing here in Chile. And I cannot like do my whole answer without mentioning Sofia, because she didn't touch. I mean, 2 days before the competition, we did like a secret crossbar test where I brought all the stuff and the girls tried the grip tools, but
Wait.
she didn't have any previous training, and she won the overall. She won her class, and she won the pound for pound. It was like rocking
Very
the competition.
impressive.
So
Yeah.
shout out to Sophia. I hope she
Yes.
competes
Yeah.
on King Kong. Hopefully.
Nice.
Yeah, I wrote down her name because I just feel like I'm going to see it a lot. I mean, hopefully she sticks with it. It's very impressive because, like you said, her first time. So that's pretty great.
And I also wanted to mention like a final mention. We had a guy who took a plane to compete from the south of Chile, Seba
Wow.
Cárcamo, Sebastián,
Yes.
and he was one of the first people that started buying my grip stuff, my grip tools, you know. And he was like every week, hey, can you do like a finish ball? And I was like, I'm never
Okay.
saying no to a challenge like that. And I that was internally, and I was like, yeah, sure, of course. How many do you want?
Yeah,
Like-
I do
like
it all the
on
time.
the- like on the outside, I've done so many, and
Yeah,
that's why
yeah.
what drove
Do it in
me
my
to
sleep.
like start like building stuff. And so he has bought me like 10 or 20 grip tools, and I was like, man, you never upload stories about grip. how much can you lift? And I was like, oh, the thing is that I forget to upload it. Oh, so silly me. And I was like, what the fuck, man? If you are doing lifts and you enjoy it, why don't you upload it? That's what I think. And I was like, well, maybe he's too shy. I don't know. So the thing is that I never have seen how much can he lift in a real life situation. And Pavel, let me give you the word. What do you think of Sebastian lifts?
Crazy. Like, he was a big surprise because, you know, there were some very strong people there, like very strong power lifters. And they were struggling with some of the weights, and Sebastian, especially in I think it was the finish ball, he was just crushing everyone. Yeah, he did super well.
He did super well in the competition, and the finish ball was a big surprise because,
Yes.
well, I don't have any finished finish ball here with me, but well, you have to grab it like this. And he, like the previous days of the competition, he was like, no, I am doing like 26 solid kilograms. And I was like, oh, really? Why don't you send me a video? And he finally said yes. And he was like, yeah, look at this. And he grabbed it like this. And I
Like
was
that,
like,
yeah.
oh, fuck. And I was like, man, that's an illegal way of grasping it, you know? And I was like sending like a tiny tutorial on how to do it. And I was like, hey, yeah, I figured it out. Now I am doing it well. And then he sent a video like this. And it was like, oh, man. And I correct him again. And then he sends a video doing it well. Same weight, 26 kills. And it was like, oh, he's going to outlift many of the competitors, you know? He ended up like
That
being
he did.
Was he on
Fourth.
the tie, or was he, which position was it, Peps?
He, in the finish ball, he came in third. Yes.
I think
It
he
was
was
like-
probably
28.7 kgs.
he was
actually
probably
like,
sending you fake videos just to mess with you. He's like, yeah, this is how I've been
Never
training
show
it.
them
and
your
then-
true power.
Yeah.
maybe he was messing around with me.
Yeah,
I
like
didn't- I
a
didn't think
card
like that.
shark, a pool shark.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So, going in order, Pancho basically destroyed us and everything. In the crusher, there's a big
No.
difference between me and
No,
Pancho.
man. Sergio destroyed us on finish
Yeah,
ball to all of
Sergio-
us. Sergio destroyed us.
Yeah. That was like super crazy to see.
Hang on.
Sergio just lifted so much in the finish ball.
Do you know y'all have commas where you should have periods?
Welcome to Chile.
Welcome
That's
to
a- that's a-
the
that's- yeah.
Southern Hemisphere.
That's a visual joke for all of our listeners. That'll translate real well.
What else? What else can we see? The Flask. He also did super well. He came in second. And even though he lifted like a bodyweight Little Bighorn, that's the only one where he wasn't like in the top guys, Sergio. But everything else, he outlifted most of us.
Yeah,
Man.
and I can guess that he didn't came on like top for the Little Bighorn because maybe he doesn't own one, and
Yeah.
we have, I have made many replicas for the guys on the team, and in example, Paps, he trains with me every weekend, and he can use the Little
Yes.
Bighorn. So we have like experience, but maybe if he had a Little Bighorn, he will have like won
Don't
all
give him
the
one,
events.
dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
And here's the total weight moved. So Sergio
Oh,
weighs 15 kgs less than I do, and he almost lifted the same weight as I did. That's crazy. And well, Pancho obviously mogging,
the
us,
old,
Yeah.
old
Yes.
whale of grip in Chile. No, I am not the oldest whale, but I am one of the old guys.
You're
Yeah.
a
So
big
you're,
whale.
you're an OG. So you
Yeah.
gotta
Hoping to be the Chilean Odd Hogan.
I was gonna
someday.
say, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. That's gonna be it, dominating well into your years. It'll be good. Nice. We should probably get some audience questions in here. We've been talking for quite a while here, which is
All right.
good. But-
I have been super comfy. Like,
Good.
guys, thanks for doing this. I've been
You
like
guys are awesome,
enjoying this a lot.
Oh yeah, no, same here. I'm just this is the hour that my dog gets the most antsy.
Zoomies.
Yeah, don't you do it?
Do
He
you
can't hear
do
you.
do you whistle to dogs in the US? Sorry,
Of course.
Pablo,
Yeah.
this is a super curious question because here in Chile you do.
Yeah. Well, you get at least in Santiago, I remember there being a lot of like stray dogs everywhere.
Yeah,
And,
there are a
like,
lot
yeah,
of
people
them.
buy them as puppies, and then they get bored of them, and then they let them out wherever. And
Oh
so there's
yeah,
just a ton of stray dogs there.
Yes.
So
yeah, that's true.
that might be the same in cities here. I don't know. I've never lived in like a real city, but here we keep our dogs in the house, and we whistle occasionally, mostly just yelling when he gets in.
And
stuff, but-
what do you do with cats? Because here in Chile we do like.
Yeah, it's like a.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a cat person. I'm a dog person. So it's all whistles and
And what do you think of people that loves cats and dogs?
Like love them both, or what do you? Or are there?
You
Both.
can't
Like,
love them both equally. believe
yeah.
that.
What
I
did you
mean,
say? What did you
I don't
just
think
say?
you can love them both equally.
I do. I
I
do.
don't know, Pancho.
I think they each have.
I
their
know.
place,
I know.
You know, it's yeah. That's yeah. I like cats fine. I had one for a long time, and it was not as friendly or as cuddly as all of the dogs that I've had. So dogs and me are a lot cooler than me and cats, but I still like cats. If someone's got a nice
Yeah.
cat, I'm not gonna turn it down. I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
I'm not paying him any mind. I'm gonna say I'm gonna give him a pet.
This
So-
was just me trying to spice things up before the questions from the audience, guys.
I'm no
So-
stranger to saying something controversial, and I'm sure me even saying I prefer dogs is gonna get me some hate. So I guess
Yeah, I
bring
really
it
wish
on
you
at
had
this point.
cleared that before you said anything, but it's fine. Kidding.
I mean, you said you weren't cool. It's similar.
Yeah, that's true.
Is it German? Fuenteso asks.
Germán Fuentes, that was our
Germán-
judge.
I didn't know
Mr.
like if
Judge.
his screen name was like. I didn't know like if he was. I'm sorry, I said your name wrong. I apologize. But according to Pancho, who were the most good-looking competitors in the men's division?
Most good looking.
He said it also can include judges.
Oh, well, in that case, well, maybe, I don't know if Pablo knows, but there's we go to a park to work out, and the guy in charge in the park is my friend Luis. He is from Venezuela, and he's like, man, let me compare him like to he's like Chris Hemsworth. He works as a model. I mean,
Dude, I was
if you
thinking
go
about Chris Hemsworth as well, and
If
we
you-
haven't
if
talked
you go-
about this.
if you go to a mall here in Chile, you see him on the banners.
Oh wow.
Well, he's a friend of mine like for years. We did calisthenics together. We have we go to all our birthday parties. We are super close. And his brother, it's just as handsome, but smaller. It's like it's like Luis. He's like 6'2", and Manuel, his brother, he's like 5'10", let's say. And I mean, Haley, do you find Jean-Claude Van Damme handsome?
I mean,
Like-
when I was a kid,
the
probably, yeah.
young version
Yeah.
of Jean-Claude Van Damme. Well,
Yeah, when I was a kid.
Well, Manuel is like the handsome version of Jean-Claude Van Damme. I think he's the most handsome considering like the staff and all the guys, yeah, Manuel, he's the most handsome. Definitely.
Okay.
I must
And Manuel, I
send you.
apologize. I haven't seen Jean Claude in a movie since the 90s, so no disrespect to you, Manuel.
He was in that
I am
Volvo
going
commercial a few years ago.
I am
What's
going
that?
to send.
He-
What?
Oh, I was saying
You're gonna send a
Jean-Claude Van
picture?
Damme- Yeah,
I am
please
going
do
to
it.
send a picture of Manuel, not of Jean-Claude Van Damme, of Manuel to the Gift of Graph, so you can check him.
Okay.
All right,
I
do that.
Get judgy.
I expect to receive like a genuine reaction, especially from you,
Yes.
Haley.
Okay.
Yeah,
Woo.
pressure's on. Yes. All right. I can ask one here. Let's see. This is from Isaac. Pinch by Pinch. He was
Isaac?
asking this Isaac. This one is for Pabs. He says for Pablo, who has more fun, Australians or Chileans?
Oh my god. This is gonna get me in trouble, man.
That's
Dude.
what we do here. Or that's what Haley does.
Ah, who has more fun? I will say, obviously both of them have their merits.
Sure.
Australians, I love how sport centered their culture is. I distinctly remember being 10, 13 years old and seeing a lot of people riding their bikes, surfing, kite surfing, rowing, getting up in 4 in the morning to row. So
Boxing kangaroos.
that's fighting kangaroos, just
Yeah.
to keep
Yep.
A lot of
laboring up,
boomerang.
Yeah. I had to fight a few crocs in my day, just to get to school, but
Obviously, yeah. Australia is a land full of terrors. So
Huge bugs.
I lived in Perth. The thing we had there was great whites. That's like we didn't have that much big snakes or spiders, but there
That's
was a lot of
good.
great whites. Yeah.
yeah.
So, tangent, that's how I hope I die someday, is a great
Sorry?
white. I just said we love tangents, and that's how I hope I die someday, is a great white.
Oh, I heard you. I just
Yeah.
I always have this fantasy to get like a cool scar from something like a croc or a bear or a
Man.
puma.
Yeah, exactly.
to remain
It's just gonna be
intact.
so badass, Yeah. Just have a nice scar. But yeah, so Australians are super fun in all the sporty aspect. But in Chile, we have a very joking culture. We call it tirar la talla. Tirar la talla is basically shooting the shit. I think it's like the translation. And I think you can't get there anywhere in the world. I love Chileans.
Nice.
I think I laugh more with them, but if I'm gonna have a healthy, sport-centered life, I'd live in Australia. That's my very safe
That's fair.
answer.
It works.
Yeah, Australia sports, Chile funny.
Yeah, parties and asados and joking around. Yes.
You hear that, Australia? Pap said you're not funny.
Yeah. Actually, I think
You
Australians
hear
are some of the
that?
weirdest.
Damn, I'm gonna lose all my Australian friends.
you hear that, Chile? We are
We
not
had-
sporty.
You made everybody upset with that answer. I hope you're
Yeah.
happy.
Let me change the subject for 1 second. Haley, what do you think?
Oh, you need to
You.
censor it.
This is our scorekeeper, alongside
Yes.
with Pablo. But man, this is the most handsome of the contest, in my opinion.
I love that question.
And I actually was saying he's like
I love
Van
how
Damme
serious
because
you took that question.
because he has. Do you have an answer as well, Pablo?
No, I agree. I love that you showed the picture.
But
of
this is
Lana.
why I said Jean-Claude Van Damme. Check this out, guys.
Is he doing the
Guys, check
splits?
this out.
There
That's
he is.
Oh
him.
my god, yeah, that's JCVD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows all the best words in time cop.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's fantastic. I hope that he knows that after this we will be posting a comparison photo of
Yes.
him and JCVD.
I can send you the original photo. I am going to do it right
Perfect.
now to the gift
Why don't you
of
just go ahead and do it? Yeah, we're gonna need it. So yeah, just Go ahead and throw that
research
our way.
purposes, obviously.
Research purposes.
Okay. You know, I'm going to say his name wrong again. Massimo Molina. Molina?
Maxi.
Maxi.
Molina.
Maxi.
Maxi Molina.
Or Max. Maxi.
Maximo. Maxi. Okay. What was the most awkward moment of the tournament?
Oh.
And obviously, there's a reason he asked, so spill it.
I know why he's asking.
That is a very charged question, Maxi.
Gracias, Maxi. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay that he asked. But it's okay that he asked. But I mean, well, now that you say it, it's like perhaps there's one obvious awkward moment. But can you think of another one? Maybe.
Well,
another one for you. Another one for you.
Okay. So you each have an awkward moment.
This is totally ignoring the question. I think there is a very like a funny moment was that we were all starving because we got there at 8 for
let me stop you. Let me stop you right here. All of that was planned by me, but go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna shit on what Pancho did. No.
Perfect.
So we got there at 8 and we started lifting at 11.
Because of the 2-hour window of
yes.
GSI, you know, it's like
yeah, so weights
here
from 8 to 9.
the guys don't like it so much, like the 2-hour window because of the weigh in and you know.
Exactly.
Of course.
So we started at 11, and because it was last man standing, there was a lot of lifts, you know, especially since we had a lot of competitors. And it's no one's fault, but the competition got dragged out for a long time. So none of us brought lunch. I think we didn't think it was gonna take that long. So we were just, I don't know, it was like 3:30. We were all starving, and then Pancho's like, "Don't worry, guys, the pizzas are on their way." And we were like, "What?" It was like the biggest and most awesome surprise ever because all of us were like fucking starving, lifting, and then we heard there was pizza. So it was super funny when they got there. We all just had chalk on our hands and we went to eat. We didn't care one
little extra
bit.
magnesium.
Yeah, just some extra minerals for the body, and we were just like lifting and then pizza slice and then lifting again. Yeah, that grease and magnesium combo is very good
Killer.
for lifting. Yeah,
Killer.
it worked for me. So that was a very funny moment, just seeing everyone with chalk in their hands, just like hammering those pizzas and competing in between. That was super cool. But I'll leave Pancho for the awkward moment. It was
the competition
unfortunate.
The competition fee was financially planned to like cover the pizzas on the first place. But I told no one about the pizzas. Well, my wife knew it because she was like planning the contest with me. Shout out to Maka, my wife. She was like having an opinion on everything because she has such a good taste, like for events, decoration, choosing husband, everything, you know. So
the best taste.
So I was like, I am going to have the pizzas, and actually because of like the setting of the contest, I thought it was going to be longer than the schedule that I put. So I was, maybe if you saw the pictures, it was like it was the banner and some plates where I was sitting, so I could watch everything, you know. And when we were like doing the flask, everyone's faces was like this, and they didn't have eaten anything, and it was like we finished. I mean, we were like in the on the half of the flask lifts, and
yeah,
I went
we were
to
like in 25 kgs, something like that.
I went to my wife and I told her, hey, ask for the pizzas, and because I wanted like the flask to finish so people can go to the pizzas. And when I saw everyone's faces, I was like, just what Pablo said. guys, wait for a minute because pizzas are on their way. And they were like, wow. And I was like inside, oh, I saved the day, because if I didn't have the pizzas, I will just receive shit on the feedback survey. I am completely sure. You know?
Yep.
But that's
Surefire
what
way.
everyone liked. Well, going to the awkward moment. Since I am the promoter, and well, I didn't mention, but I was like, I wanted to be like different with the prices, so I wanted to like give something unique that you wouldn't receive in on other contests. And the awkward moment is related to this. These were the prices. Grips per Latino merch,
Yeah.
you know?
Nice.
And for the first place, it was certain grip tool. For the second, certain grip tool. And for the third, another. And let's say I was in the zone. I didn't assume that I was going to be the first place, but I ended up being the first place. And it will be like silly to like earn the grip tool that I made myself. It's like, man, I want to give this to the community.
Yeah.
I am the one that wants to award everyone. So I called my judges and the scorekeepers. Hey, who's the fourth place? Check who's the number 4, so we can like move all the prices, like the first for the second and so on. So we were standing there like third, second, and then first. They told me, and for the fourth place, it was meant to be for Maxi. But I don't know why they said another guy's name, Nicolas. Woo! And I was like super tired and didn't notice. But man, Nicolas is from the next weight class, like weighing 10 kilograms more. And he didn't win Maxi on any lift. It was impossible for him to be the number 4. And we were like, oh man. I mean, I didn't notice until like midnight when Maxi wrote to me, hey man, this happened and I don't want to do like a big mess about it, but it was wrong. And I was like, the very next day I spoke to Pablo and it was like, man, what happened? Because Pablo worked like with the scorekeeping as well, supporting Manuel. And we were like, oh man, a mistake, you know? So I asked Pablo for the spreadsheet. I noticed that it was like clearly a mistake. And then I called Maxi, offered him like a big apologize, and told him like, man, I can give you your price. Dude, what do you need? But because I am super sorry for what happened. I mean, it's all an organization and teamwork. I am not into like blaming anyone, but putting my face to it to receive the bullets. That's a philosophy of mine, like being responsible and having Maxi happy. And he accepted my apologize, and I am going to give him like the prize that he deserves. And well, for Nico, that he received like a free prize being the 8th place. I was like, man, this is your lucky day. You have a Grips for Latino grip tool for you. Luckily, you didn't have it because Nico also buys a lot of grip stuff from me. But well, it's a lesson for all of us. We have to have a new computer for the King Kong, have a new spreadsheet for the King Kong, and do a shorter like contest, because it went. There were like 12 hours of contest, like for me.
Goodness.
And for Pablo, there were like 8, maybe. At least you didn't feel like hungry. I think you weren't hungry. We could eat well.
Yes.
Or a lot of quantity, not necessarily quality. But yeah, that was not one of the most awkward moments. Yes.
Nice.
There were others, but I am going to mention them off camera.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nobody's pants got pulled down or anything.
I mean, there were many because I was the host and I could see everything, but I wasn't in charge of the weigh-in. That was the work of Germán, the judge, and maca was the official for ladies. So I wasn't nothing to kill my reputation right here.
Fair enough. Here's another question from me, actually. Pabs, when are you going to accept my IG follow request?
Oh my god.
It's been out there for
Oh
some
my
time now.
god.
You even followed the podcast, and I
Dude,
checked mine a few times. I was like,
am so
Babs,
sorry.
you make us
Hold on a
look
minute.
bad, man. You make
Hold
us
on
look
a minute.
bad.
God. I don't know what you're talking about. I follow you.
yeah, there's
Dude,
a lot of,
I am so sorry.
you know, I mean, I can probably get by it eventually. It's just something
There's
that
a lot of Will Thompsons out there.
there are too many.
I'll have to make up for it
Yeah.
someday.
Yeah.
Oh my
He's gonna
god.
hard eyes one of your posts now.
Yes, I'll just have to like all your posts.
There we go. That's
There
it.
you go. Yeah.
That's what we need.
Damn.
Yeah. All right. I can do a real question. Besides that one, now that I've gained my new follower and put me at the 332 mark that I've been chasing for a
Big
long
number.
time.
Big
Yeah,
number.
it's a big milestone for me. It's one less than 333. I'm not gonna get weird with it. Let's see. We have
Too late.
yeah, I know, right? All right. Well, speaking of Tammy, Tammy asked, "Can you guys cook?" We kind of touched on this on the empanadas, but maybe you have other things. What is your signature dish if you are able to cook, even if you're not? What's your signature
Yes.
dish?
I have a signature dish. My grandpa taught me how to make ceviche. I don't know if you
Oh.
guys know what ceviche is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's basically, fish cooked with lemon, onion. Chop it up. I love to do corvina ceviche. Every time we're with our friends and want to do a nice meal, we go to the fish market and get one. I love to prepare it for my family and
Nice.
friends.
Very
We
cool.
will have to try it with the crew.
Yes, yes.
Oh, you haven't tried it yet?
No, not really.
Oh man, I bet
gonna go fishing
ceviche and
for-
grip would go great together.
Yes.
Full
of
Better
protein.
than chalk and pizza.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Close second,
Second
yeah.
pizza is pretty elite.
They go well together, but you have to finish the grip session and then the pizza, because if you do it between, you are going to feel like you will want to sleep. It's like, oh, my stomach.
Yes. Yeah, my stomach
happens
was
to
like
us.
exploding at the end of the competition. I couldn't. I was.
You were in the
Scared for
93
my
kilo
life.
class at the end of the competition.
Well, in my case, I am not much of a cook, but I worked on a hot dog company here in Chile called Doggies, because with
Brilliant.
much
Yeah.
with
Yeah, I love it.
with much respect to the US, because I love the US. I secretly would like to be a gringo, like in the deep, in the bottom of my heart,
Who wouldn't?
but I couldn't like Coney Island hot dogs or Disney hot dogs or Chicago hot dogs, because
fine.
we have avocado on our completos. Avocado,
Yes.
tomato, mayonnaise.
Yes.
Well, I am the master
Wow.
of doing Italian hot dogs. We call it completo italiano. I used to work there because college work, and I am a master of doing that, because I have someone like a beast with this. Pablo, ¿cómo se dice látigo en inglés, weón?
Whip.
I had my boss with a whip, literally, like, do it fast, do it fast. And I'm a master of doing hot dogs. And after that work, I started working on a food truck. So I learned to do like sandwiches. So hot dogs, sandwiches are my signature.
What
do
is
them
the
fast.
I can't
Italian
believe I
hot
didn't
dog?
know this. But
Yeah, we need more on
What's
the
what's the
Italian.
Italian hot dog? Is that like you
Ah,
like cheese and tomato sauce?
Sauce,
and pepperoni?
mozzarella.
Yeah.
No,
What
no,
are you
no.
doing?
no.
It's the flag
It's Italian
colors.
because it's Italian because of the colors. Avocado is green,
the avocado. Okay.
mayonnaise,
Mayonnaise.
is the white,
Yeah.
and the red
And-
is the tomato.
Got it.
Oh.
Okay. There.
You know.
Color based.
They are so good.
And
Italian
my
completos.
wife say that I do the tastiest rice on earth, and that's a signature of mine as well.
What do you
Pretty
do for
simple,
the rice? Hold on. Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty easy,
Um,
but what's different
uh,
about pancho rice?
Is it
a friend of-
jasmine
a friend of mine-
basmati?
Love.
No.
Lots of love.
A friend of mine says that you have to you start the process since you buy the ingredients and you take care of it and put a lot of love and attention on it.
You
And
kiss each
that's how-
grain.
each one of
Put
them.
it in. Each grain.
That's why none
All
of my
6,000.
friends knows of this dish because only my wife will allow to eat a plate like that.
You hear that, friends? He doesn't love you.
You don't get the love
No.
rice.
No, I mean that's an exclusive. No, just kidding.
I'm
guys.
just kidding.
But yeah,
I'm just teasing.
Very funny.
Anonymous asks,
anonymous.
We get those.
do you have a do not invite, do not interview list?
Me myself as a
Yeah, or like
Just in
or
general
like
in your life.
a host of the show or your contest. Like, is anyone like, I know it worked out with that one guy, but like, has anyone been like, yeah, I'm coming, and then they just don't?
It's
Like,
just
is there
yeah, sure. Of
Since-
course not.
anybody that shows up that's just
camera.
awful?
Sure.
Yeah.
Spill the tea.
since my mission, as I always state, is to develop group sport in South America, Chile, and the world. I won't close the door to anyone unless they behave bad. Because if you behave bad, you don't get into my house. I am
Mhm.
serious about that. And
fair.
if you mess with my friends, you're not getting into my house. But if you're cool and you're nice and you're respectful, the doors will always
The more
be
the merrier.
open.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, that's for contest.
Absolutely.
For
No, absolutely.
podcast. I mean, there's a list of people, super narrow, that didn't want to come after I invited them. So I am not going to push that button again because, if they don't want it to do it like on the first call, it's like, okay, I respect that space. If those people came to me like after all these years and told me, Ed, I thought again and I would love to go, I will think about it. I don't think it's going to happen with that tiny group because they are not like mostly interested on doing podcasts. Some old whales from the US and Europe, or some people that it's not like, let's say, not so comfy speaking English because they have another mother tongue, or maybe not so comfy speaking with this Chileno that tries to speak English with the gringos. They are never going to say that to me, but you can tell. I have the crazy eye. You can tell when I can notice things. Haley, you tell
Yeah.
me. You can see. You can see. I know you can see, and I know you know what I'm talking about. It's like you can tell they don't want to. But yeah, there's definitely people that I would invite to my podcast, of course. And there's some people that they ask me, hey, you should invite this guy or this other guy. But I've noticed, and I think this was like like an advice. I don't. Did you ask me Did you ask me, or did I give advice without any like?
No,
asking?
we did.
No,
We
I'm not-
absolutely did. Like, yeah, you got any tips
yeah,
for
but-
us? And we took it.
Mhm.
I say that because I don't like to give advice like which is not asked. And on the other
Unsolicited,
way,
yeah.
and unsolicited advice. and on the other way, I don't like to receive advice if I don't ask it. You know. I have like this silly thinking that things must be like fair and equal, and I can't get that out of my head. But well, I go to therapy to fix that. Well,
I don't think that's silly at all. I love that about you.
I was joking. I was fooling around.
Yeah.
Just joking. But there's some people, and when you have the podcast, if you don't really have the genuine like curiosity to go and ask people stuff, it's going to be like a really awkward interview. I've been there, and it's like, oh, sometimes you have to push it. I guess it had never happened to you guys because you have picked like super cool guests, and they are super funny, and they vibe with you. You know, so far. I'm not going to make any statement about this conversation because we're right here, but
yeah,
you know,
no,
it's like,
no, that's fine.
We'll
It's just
talk later. It's fine. Yeah.
we'll talk later. But yeah, if you don't feel the genuine curiosity, there's people that you're never going to invite. And also, sometimes you get fucking tired. I've been fucked up this whole week. This week, I think I didn't tell you, Haley, but I started a new job like right the week before the contest. So I was like about to die in the contest, but I was happy. But I was about to die. So like having energy to keep on the podcast is like, man, everyone, when someone says like, hey, when are you going to do a new episode, or haven't seen your episodes in a while, or Isaac, sometimes he told me, hey, you should upload more episodes to Spotify so I can download them and hear it when I'm hiking or hitting the road. That's my favorite gringo phrase, hitting the road.
Yeah.
When you're hitting the road, listening to Spotify. So yes. Oh, there's people that I wouldn't invite to the podcast, and people that wouldn't like to come. I guess where's the people that would like to come, and I haven't seen them. I hope I hope there's many of them, because I don't want to stop yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
And there's always new people, so it just keeps growing.
Mhm.
I have a question that was sent to me from, I'm trying to say her name, Megan Garpalapau. She called me out on the last one
For
for saying her
mispronouncing
name
it,
wrong. So I just want her to know I will only mispronounce your name from
now
here
on.
on out. Like, I will
You're
never
done.
say it correctly. It's funsies. But she said, I thought this was a good question. If grip sport athletes were to form a band, what genre of music do you think would best represent the sport? And what role do you guys think you would have in the band?
I would love to hear your answers for this.
Well,
Oh,
yeah, obviously.
Lead guitar.
Why don't you play us a little ditty there, Pancho?
No, it's actually broken. Actually, my
Yeah,
wife
see all the
broke
lines. I'm just kidding.
this part.
Oh,
It has a
the-
tiny
the
piece,
jack.
and my wife broke it, and it was like, don't worry, no problem. Because Haley, I don't know if I told you, but I play since I was 6, so it has been always a part of my life. But yeah, I can do the guitar, and genre, of course, heavy metal, of course,
Yes.
definitely.
All right.
Yes.
That tracks.
Definitely metal.
So Paps, are you the lead singer then, if he's lead guitar?
I would love to be lead singer, you know. I don't have any musical talent, so
This is
I
all
guess that's-
imaginary. What
that's
would you
what I
like
have
to be?
left. You know, what's the band equivalent of someone that's very competitive and likes to have fun competing with his friends?
Drummer.
I don't know. The drummer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably the drummer.
I was
The drummer.
I was going to say that maybe Peps is not sure that he has the voice, but he has all the charisma of the singer, like, I don't know, Bruce Dickinson, Freddie Mercury. He has that kind of personality. He has not shown it like yet in this conversation,
I'm
but
so
man,
shy. Yes.
if,
Well,
if he
now
if,
that-
if he has
Now that we're
if he has
connected
to,
on
like,
Instagram,
it's
I can deduce that. Hopefully, we'll see.
all the pictures
You'll see
all the pictures are shirtless, showing his six-pack. He should be on
Yeah.
the cover of the Gift of Grab, Pablo,
Oh.
like between you and Haley and William with their six-packs, it will be Pablo
Six packs.
right there. Yeah.
My six-pack is in the fridge right now, waiting for me for after Super Series.
Donuts.
Yeah.
A cold brew.
Cold
Cold brew.
brew.
Cold brewski beer.
Yeah. Cold brewski
Talk-
beer.
I would like to touch that topic, Pancho. Not about the cold brewski, but
Oh, I was like,
the thing
yeah,
about charisma.
anytime.
I just want to say I love Devin Larratt as an arm wrestler.
Mm.
I don't know if you guys follow arm wrestling, but he's like the best shit talker ever, and he is always so fun to watch.
Yeah.
And he says things like, "It feels like I'm getting stronger," and like, "Oh, he's so weak." And I just love to imitate him sometimes when we're lifting. Like, "Oh my god, this is so light." And I think
That's
the world, I think the world of grip needs a Devin Larratt equivalent. Someone that talks shit
I
and
would
has
love
fun
that.
with it.
Yeah. That would be. We need. Big
Like
personalities.
some-
I think. Like.
Yeah, hopefully
I know, like
one
a
day
heel,
we'll get
like
there.
a bad guy, but
Yeah.
you secretly root for him because he's really good. I love that.
Well,
I'm
that's.
here for it.
I think I've mentioned this to Pancho, but I don't know. Have you guys read Arnold's autobiography, the
Mhm.
Total Recall? Like, that's, I think if you like big personalities and guys who are just kind of like there to like be big and do what they're gonna do, that's like his story is so interesting. Just in general, he's just an interesting person. But I mean, he
Well,
even
I
goes
that's on
into
the
it.
list.
I actually watch Total Recall, the movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if
It's
it
a little
counts.
different from that. Just a slight bit different. But yeah.
See you at the party, Richter.
Yeah, that doesn't come out as
Action
much.
movies unite us all.
Yeah.
They just
We've mentioned
do.
Time Cop. We have mentioned
Total Recall.
Total Recall.
What else? There was something else.
I don't.
Jean-Claude
I
Van
don't-
Damme in general.
Yeah, just in
Yeah,
general.
many movies. Bloodsport,
Oh, man.
Universal Soldier.
Yeah, just going into it. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so it'd be metal music and yeah. All right, lead guitarist, lead singer. Love it.
What about you guys?
Saxophone.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
Do you play it?
nice
No,
grip
no,
on
no.
that saxophone.
he just
I just think I got that vibe, man. There's a band called Bill Murray. It's not the actor Bill Murray, but it's spelled Bilmuri, and they have they do kind of, I don't know that you call it full on like heavy metal, but it's kind of like a progressive rock type stuff. But they have a saxophone solo in one of those songs, and it just gets me jazzed every time. No pun intended, but it's like, yeah, I just some smooth sax solos and a heavy metal breakdown somewhere, I think could go really well.
Nice.
I don't know. I was a singer, so I'd say that, but I don't know. I would love to just bass guitar, maybe just like the mysterious one off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not mysterious, so it's not.
That'll be good. Bassists, I think, as a bassist myself, they get shoved off to the side, and we don't deserve that. We provide so much extra to the song that you all would miss if you didn't have it. So, yeah, that's my little plug for bassists everywhere. If Tim Butler listens to this, maybe he'll appreciate it. But
He must
who was
follow
your
back.
first?
He must
No.
follow back Haley on Instagram.
what?
It's fine at this point.
This is the episode. This is the episode of following back people
Yes.
and calling them
I
out
got
We must do right
live.
by our wrongs.
Like, let's just tag him from the page because I know he's like either we follow him on the page or he follows us on the page, vice versa.
Something in there.
I don't know.
Yep.
The least I'm on his radar. I'll accept that for now.
Yeah,
Did we have any other ones? I know
yeah.
Megan Garlapow asked another one that I saw.
We had a.
This is funny. How old were you when you lost your childlike sense of wonder? And perhaps if you still have yours, hold on to it.
Perhaps let's tell them how old you are.
How old do you guys think I am?
I already know because I think Pancho told me at one point.
Ah, I
You're in your
20
final year of university.
yeah.
And
But
he's a
you're
genius.
super
And he's a
smart.
genius, like Chilean Sheldon Cooper, but with social
Dude,
skills.
Sure,
Let's say,
I can,
okay,
yeah.
let's say
And
you're
muscles,
younger
and
than
muscles.
a U.S. senior. I don't know, 20?
No. Thanks for thinking I'm 20, but in Chile, university lasts like 6 years, and so I'm 24. This is my last
Okay.
year, going to 18.
Nice.
Yes.
Just a young guy.
Childlike wonder, never. You never
Yeah.
lose your childlike wonder in life. I think you get older, but the inner child always needs to stay alive. That's what I believe. Just always have
I love
fun
that.
with life.
Yes, we're Team Clowns, so we...
I
I even still believe in Santa, all of that.
I had many times biting the dust being a child, and they didn't educate us in my house to believe in Santa Claus. So, man, I think this is a sad answer.
Oh
but
no, you're spilling
being
the tea.
being like
All of the children that listen to this
All
are
the
going to be so
children that listen, I'm
disappointed.
so
Gonna
sorry.
have
oh, this is
age
not a
restriction
child friendly
podcast.
Yeah.
This
Over
is
18.
Henry's favorite podcast. Right?
maybe when I was like 5th grade, something like that. I think.
That's when you ceased being a child.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the movie The Santa Claus? I don't know. I mean,
didn't.
Which one?
it's got Tim
Tim
Allen.
Allen.
Yeah,
He falls out, the Santa falls off a roof, and then he becomes
Yeah.
Santa.
I'm just picturing
yes.
you, Pancho, as one of the characters. You're Doctor. You're Neil, and they're saying when they all stop believing in Santa Claus, and he goes, "I was 3." And it was like what the present was or what the gift was that he asked for that he didn't get that made him stop believing. And so he goes, "I was 3," and it was an Oscar Mayer weenie whistle. And that's what I'm picturing you as. 5th grade,
'Cause-
you're like, you know what? No nonsense anymore.
And
I'm
he
over
worked
this.
at a hot dog shop, so it,
Oh yeah, the weenie whistle. Yeah, it's all there. I'm gonna start calling you Neil. Buy
Neil
you some
Young.
cool sweaters. Yeah. You should watch that movie. But anyway, nice.
yeah, where were we?
I don't even. Oh yeah.
Childlike wonder.
Having
yeah.
fun.
Okay. So
Silly.
Pancho
Yeah.
lost his childlike wonder
Yes.
at the age of 10, the ripe old age of 10, and Pab still has his. So
Yes.
lovely. Isaac sent a couple in. One of the other ones that he had that I thought was cool was you can have a portal from your gym to somebody else's gym 24/7. Whose gym are you choosing?
Ooh.
Damn,
Brutal.
That's such a good question. I think Juji Mufu's gym.
That's a pretty cool one.
Juji just has such cool stuff. I remember watching him since I was very 2016, and he just
Yeah.
has all these cool stuff to play with.
He's
He
just a
has
few
this,
hours
like,
from
big
me, so I
hammer.
can come meet
Yeah.
you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did all those videos.
Why don't you invite you to a little sausages meet to hang out?
You know, I don't know that it.
I don't.
Actually. It might be. That might be his jam. I don't know. He seems like a weird guy. So maybe that would be his thing. We'll send him some free merch. I'm going to be in Charlotte. I'll just find out where he lives and not
Juji's awesome.
creepily drop off a bunch of sausage merchandise.
Yeah.
Fine.
Maybe he'll make an implement of one.
He
Hope
for
not.
sure was like one of the biggest names that got into grip I think
Yeah.
he made the sport like much bigger with his videos.
Because he
For
had like
sure.
Martins Lisa's do some stuff over at
Yes.
his gym and all that.
Devin Larratt, Devin Shaw,
Yeah.
Brian Shaw,
Yeah.
some very strong guys. Yeah. So
Our
it was
very
actually
own
like super.
Russell and Anna were in one of his
Exactly.
videos.
Oh
Who?
really? Oh my god.
Russell Begley, Anna Wilkins.
Oh, really?
They were, yeah,
Oh, missed that.
and Paul Ripley
Oh,
or
Jay
yeah.
Ripley?
Jay Ripley. Sorry.
Huh. Okay. I need to go, I guess, look at those because now I know those people. And so I think before I just watched the names that I knew, like Martins and all that stuff. So gonna go back.
Into the well.
All right, Pancho, who you got? Who are you going to?
The first guy in my head is like Ben Helms. Ben Helms gym. I'd love to meet Ben, and he has all the funny stuff. Thousands of grippers, thousands of inch dumbbells, thousands of blobs, and he's one of the nicest guys I have like shared a chat on Instagram because we haven't met yet. And actually, I wanted to say that the first Grip Sport Latino banner was made for Ben
Nice.
for the heavy hands number one contest. You can see the banner
That's cool.
on his posts, so it's a special relationship. And
That's
actually,
cool.
he gave me his Rolling Thunder to share it with the guys. I am going to bring it to the next session, Paps, so you can try it. So
Yes.
yeah, Ben's place. It will be really, really great. I have already been to Virginia before for this monument of the soldiers with the flag, and that was my visit to Virginia. But yeah, I would love to go there.
Nice. The World War II Memorial. Or, yeah, World War II Memorial, right?
Not sure, but
I don't know. Sorry, this guy's coming in hot. Cool. I have others from them. Yeah. If did you have any more on your side, Haley, or
As far as from the audience, no.
Yeah.
Not
all right?
ones that came to me anyway.
All right, I've got another one. Actually, here I'm going to alternate a little bit here. All right, Megan asked if you had to compete in grip. This might be a mistake, but all right. I think it's if you had to compete in a grip contest in a costume, what costume would you choose? Who would? Yeah, like a Halloween event.
That's also. I wasn't expecting
Complicated.
questions this cool. This cool. Yeah. Making me think so much. Oh my god.
What's your favorite Halloween costume you've ever worn? Have you ever worn a Halloween costume?
Yes.
Is
Okay.
it big there? Yeah. Okay.
Pablo, definitely being a New Yorker, as born
Yeah,
a New Yorker.
dude. When I was, I lived close to New York. My dad worked there, but I lived in Old Greenwich in New York, in Connecticut, since I was 1 to 5, and I remember Halloween was so cool because everyone dressed up, fog machines, the best candy, I have such great memories of those Halloweens. I was Batman one year, Spider-Man another. I was a shark, a Power Ranger. I think I'm gonna have to go with Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. That would be a cool. He's gonna have a very good grip for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just swinging from the webs all the time.
Yeah, those forearms
makes
are worked.
Absolutely.
Swinging all
Spider-Man would be a great grip athlete.
It would be.
Yeah.
Haley,
sure.
there was a sign on the Spirit Halloween that opened up near us, and it had a sign that just said like, "We are not open yet. We are trying. Please give us some time." And I was like, "Has Haley been here? Is she harassing these people, trying to get them to open their doors up?"
No, but I've been to mine like 3 times now, and there's 2 more locations opening. It's our big Halloween store, guys. So
Yeah, sorry.
Just
yeah,
another
it's-
tangent we're going on, but
They usually open up in abandoned stores, and it's kind of a running joke that, like, if a store closes within like 30 seconds, a Spirit Halloween is there instead. So that's what we have here. Anyway,
so
sorry.
Spider-Man, Pancho, what about you?
Dude, I didn't celebrate any like Halloween being a kid because I come from a Catholic, strict, almost military home. So I didn't. I think I never dressed up as a kid ever. So I don't know. Maybe
You can live
I
your
would like to.
dreams now,
I would
Punch.
like to wear something comfy.
Mm,
So I don't know. Maybe as a wrestler, the Undertaker. I don't know, something like that.
there you go.
Or if it-
Ooh,
if it
yeah.
was
I
like
mean,
a-
well, like the wrestlers are in costumes too, so that's fine.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah,
Perfect.
or like, do you know Rey Mysterio?
of
Oh,
course.
Yes. Yeah.
Something like that. I brought a mask from Mexico. I don't have it right here, but I already have the mask. Actually, the mask is the one of Nacho Libre. So maybe
Oh,
maybe
such
that
a
would be
good
my costume because I already have the mask.
Such a good
There you go.
Wrestler,
Nacho Libre.
Libre,
Yeah.
Jack Black.
Yes.
Jack Black is such
We
a
all
good
know
one.
him. All
Uh,
gringos know Jack Black.
Yes.
He's
such
kind.
a
He's
good
kind of
one.
the king. He's the king gringo. The kingo. King.
Yeah.
Gringo. Yeah. Anyway.
Gringo.
Goat.
Gringo.
Goat.
Yeah. That sounds.
That's
too
one
close
of
to-
the gringo things that I love the most, like mixing up the words, like gringo.
Oh yeah.
And that's my kind of marketing. I haven't applied to Grips for Latino because I don't want people to think I am weirder than I am, but I love it. I love it.
It's fantastic, and my 6-year-old is getting into like making his own puns now, which is making me just like so proud. Like he comes up with his own things. Like, we were eating I made him eggs one morning, and he goes, I said, how are your eggs? Are they good? And he goes, yeah. I said, okay, excellent. And he goes, or do you mean excellent? And I said, crushed it, buddy. Like I gave him a big old high five. I was like, that's the proudest moment yet as a dad, was that. I was like,
Because
golly.
you made a yolk
He made a
egg
yolk
comment
Yeah,
last
yeah.
time and it did not land. So
Yeah, my egg joke last time didn't land.
But-
This one, yeah, no. So anyway, yes, wordplay is very fun.
he's better than you.
He is. The fact that he's doing this at 6, like,
He's gonna be a pro.
I gotta step up my game. My dad has a whole book on how to get better at puns, and I might have to actually read it.
Feel it.
It's like
It's got all these like exercises you can do in it that are like, write a fairy tale using all replaced words. So like instead of like Little Red Riding Hood, it'd be like brittle sled griping food or something like that, and like it gets your brain thinking of like how to think of things differently.
What?
Yeah. So anyway, if
That's
you don't
the
want to be weird,
prerequisite of
Pancho,
being a
I will be
dad.
for all of us. So
Man, I
My
can't.
cheeks hurt. Like,
I can't help it. I can't help it. Like being weird. I wanted
Yeah.
to say that I brought all my grippers to all the corporate jobs that I had, and they were like, "What the fuck, man?" And sometimes all the people gather together, and then my boss comes like, "Dude, what are you doing?"
What?
And I was like, "Oh, sorry.
they hate what they
I am
don't
not going to
understand,
last long on my corporate job. I don't want to." But yeah, I bring grip everywhere I go. I try, and I enjoy being weird. So I hope to get weirder with time.
Yes,
I hope
Love it.
so.
Better, weirder with age, like a nice Chilean wine.
yes.
Exactly.
Being normal is super boring.
It
Better
is.
to be weird.
Yeah, it is. It is boring. So we don't want to be that. That's why we make sausage banners and
I have a question for you guys.
Oh.
So, since me and Pancho we've been friends for a little bit over a year now, and I've been posting some stories, lifting stuff, and all of my friends are like, "What the hell are you doing, dude? Like, what the fuck is that sport? You know?" It's like, and it's a very foreign sport to Chileans. So I want to know. I know it's more established in the U.S., but are your friends and family still kind of curious about what you guys do, or is it
Absolutely.
More well known.
No, I think like I came home from Orlando last year to work, and they're like, "Oh, how was your trip to Orlando?" I'm like, "Great, I won." And they're like, "You won what?" I'm like, "Oh, I went to a contest for arm lifting and grip." And they're like, "What? Like
What's that?
powerlifting?" I'm like, "No."
No?
No, I'm like, there's a powerlifting element with like the deadlift stuff, but no, not at all. And everyone was just like, I don't understand. Like, it was the weirdest niche sport they ever heard of, and they couldn't believe it was contested, and they never heard of it. And like people that follow me or are friends with me, they know because I talk about it all the time now. But at first, it was just like, why do you got to try everything, Haley?
Yeah, Highland Games.
Leave one alone.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I mean, I guess on my side, my parents and family members stopped like asking me about whatever it was I was doing after like I got into like lifting and doing like more of the bodybuilding stuff. I got like Flex magazine and stuff when I was in college with my roommate at the time and stuff. And so he got me into like fitness in general. And then my parents were like, "This is weird," because like I went into college the same height. I'm 6 feet. And I weighed 150 pounds instead of 200 now. So it's like, it was this little string bean, and so I started like, oh, I need to have protein. I need to eat. I need to do. And they're like, this is what are you doing? You don't need to stop it. And I'm like, it's fine. And so then now I just like, oh, I'm into grip, and they're like, oh, okay. And yeah, how fun. But I did recently send in some of my grippers into my wife's work because she works with a bunch of engineers and stuff, and there was one guy who had like some like plastic Amazon or Walmart gripper, and he would like challenge people to do reps with it and stuff. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna send mine in, and
Yeah.
you guys see what you can do. I was like, if anybody can match my max, I'll buy you a beer or two. Like, that's how we'll do it. And at the time, it was my 126, my 2.5, and so I was like, if they can do it, cool. And I think one guy was able to close my number 2, which was like rated at 99 pounds, and nobody else could even get my Grip Genie 2 closed. And so it was like, most people I think outside of this don't have a great frame of reference for how tough a lot of the stuff is. And
Exactly.
so yeah.
Exactly. They've only tried like those soft grippers, so when they see like you struggling with one, they're like, dude, that can't be that hard. But it is.
But it is. It's so hard.
I promise you, it's kind of impressive, what I mean.
Yeah. Well, it's like, you see the guys, and we've talked about this, I feel like, a few times, but like, especially at the Arnold and stuff, you see like somebody like Carl, who is 6'8", at the time he was 300 and whatever pounds, and he's lifting an axle bar, and he's got, he's doing like a 500-pound deadlift, which you're like, okay, like, 500 pounds, that's not huge for a guy your size, but you're like, no, it's a 2-inch bar, and it's hard to explain to somebody how exponentially more difficult that is. And it doesn't look like much is the problem, I think, with grip. It's hard to make it look like intriguing and crazy when you're like, but they only have like a few plates on there. It's like, yeah, but you try it. and see how far it goes. So I don't know. But yes.
No, it definitely looks way easier than it actually is. And especially when you get up there and your grip just fails and you add, like you said before, like a feather to it and it just won't move.
Yeah, it's so sensitive to weight. Let's see if, I don't know if I should put this in pounds or kgs to challenge your guys' viewers to see how much they can do. And
yeah, do it.
Should I do pounds or kgs to show it?
Yeah, do it in pounds.
Okay.
Because everyone's got RGC in pounds here.
I don't know if that's impressive or not. 157.
It's pretty good.
I can. How much?
Because they did those things at the they did all those with like the Olympic athletes, at least for like the U.S. Like they had videos where they passed the dynamometer around and had everybody try it, and like I feel like the average for like the gymnasts who should have pretty decent grip, like the average for the male gymnast was like somewhere around 100 or maybe 110 or something. So 157, pretty solid.
There you go. Bunch also has a
All right.
dynamometer, but
It's like the GM 150 style, that square one that has a crane scale in the middle.
Mm.
That classic on Russia. Yeah, I actually bought it to like attract more people because I don't give a shit about dynamometers, but
Yeah.
the crew here, it's like, oh, a dynamometer, I'm going to beat your ass, and so on. It's like,
It's like a video game.
I
so
want to
you get a
try it.
number.
I saw Devil Lara do it. I saw this guy or this other guy who is into arm wrestling, and I was like, yeah, whatever. Close this guy. This is a good grip.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and this is something that you can progress on. It has the RGC, all the stuff, but they are like, yeah, cool. Give me the dynamometer, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is going to drag more people into grip. I am going to bring it to the get-togethers, and that's it's for grip to grow. No,
Yeah.
I don't really like use it for training or something, but I bring it from time to time.
it's a party
Hey,
trick. Yeah.
Will, there's a question that it's like haunting me for a while that I
Uh-oh.
want to ask you. There are
Okay.
actually two of them. One of them is serious, and the other it's not. So
Okay.
I'm going to let you know, like you figure it out which is why. Have you ever been confused with Mike Ross from Suits?
I...
Have you
oh
ever?
my
Oh,
gosh.
wow.
No.
Haley, you didn't. Haley, you didn't notice. I was like,
I'm actually
I see
watching
it
that
now.
show now.
I see it now.
I think I'm in
have
like
never been
which
the
confused
fourth
with
which
Mike
season.
Ross.
which season are you in? Fourth?
I'm where Mike is like a investment banker, I think,
yeah.
where he leaves the firm.
Oh, well, you will not see Will the same way ever. It's like,
Well, so my doppelganger has always been Riff Raff. So I've got I posted a picture of him as my Facebook profile picture for a while, like back when I was in college, and it was like it was uncanny. Hold on, I'll see if I
Yeah.
can find it. But
I
yeah,
I see it. I just searched for it.
there's one
no
in
man,
particular.
no man, it's Mike Ross. Mike Ross is your doppelganger.
Hold on. You're gonna.
Do you agree? Do you agree?
I can see it.
I was going to say Mike. I wasn't going to say
Look at
Will.
that.
That looks like you so much.
That is
Riff
spitting
Raff,
image.
Mike Ross had a
Yeah.
baby.
So okay, that must have been your serious question.
Sure.
Who would play you in a movie? The Grip Sport Latino movie. Who would play you guys?
Mm.
Can we answer like I answer Pablo and Pablo answers me?
Oh my god.
Sure,
Okay.
perfect.
It's a lot of
Yeah,
pressure.
Better.
Oh.
but in the meantime, would you like to see some hot news from my designer? The next
yeah.
piece of questions.
Oh
Pablo,
man,
you can't tell anyone about this
it's
because I guarantee not all the Grip Sport Latino crew is going to watch this English episode. So
Yeah, they're very
check this
busy.
out.
guys.
Check this out and guess what's
King
going to
Kong.
be.
Oh yeah, very nice. That's a good one.
Can't wait for King Kong.
Let me think. It must be a fit actor for Pablo, like with nice pecs and abs and
Sure.
tiny waist.
Yep,
Yeah,
goes
some
without
athlete.
saying. Yeah.
Pancho.
Maybe it can be this guy. What's the name? I'm going to Google it. Think about Pablo something. This guy. Oh, I know. he Noah Lyles should play Pablo.
Noah Lyles.
Definitely. Noah Lyles.
Wait, the guy from ER? No,
No,
am I
no,
thinking-
no,
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 the-
Lice, the athlete, the
the
100
runner.
meter
100
track.
meter.
Yeah, football.
oh,
Yeah,
oh, the guy that just
just
won.
need-
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and Pablo used to be a track and field triple jumper, so he's an athlete as well. It fits like a glove for him. No lies. Pablo, the bar is high. I'm expecting something like
yeah.
Yeah.
The best
No,
of the best, you
Barack
know.
Obama for
No.
sure.
If
that would be like the opposite of Tropic Thunder. Like what the fuck?
That'd be good. I like it.
oh man,
They
I
are
was
going
just
to
thinking of
cancel my
someone.
show.
Nah.
No, that's why you're on ours. That's why- no blowback. It's their fault.
Yep, no blowback.
I really want to do bunch of justice. I'm gonna keep thinking of someone. I think I resemble. They've told me I resemble a young Al Pacino because of my nose. Sometimes I would be played by a young Al Pacino, maybe the Godfather Al Pacino.
Too skinny, and not too fit for
Put him
you.
on some creatine and
maybe an Al Pacino with Robert De Niro's body in Taxi Driver or in
yeah,
Cape
something
Fear,
like that.
like with the tattoos, you know.
There you go. Very nice.
I think if Tom Cruise was much taller and muscular, I would make him play Pancho. I like Tom Cruise.
After the
Or,
closure of the Olympics, the bar is super high. Thanks, my friend.
Alan Richson there. Just the guy
Yeah,
that plays Reacher.
I
there.
love
The
Reacher. Dude,
Yeah.
his physique is awesome.
I'm
Yes.
rewatching
I'm-
Reacher right now to like keep me motivated to like
Yeah,
Work
eat
out.
well. Yeah, like I'm like okay,
Alan Richardson is a
I gotta
beast.
slim down another couple pounds or whatever here, and I'm like, yeah, Reacher, that guy. I bet you he doesn't eat candy every night like I want to.
I think he actually does. Like,
Yeah,
I've seen his Men's Health. He eats like cookie dough, I think.
no, I
Or
think
was it ice cream? I don't know.
yeah, I've seen his stories. He's like, I just kind of it's fine. Eat the ice cream.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know.
I mean,
He's
he
so big.
gets a lot of help, Will. So
That's true. I just need the same kind of help. And gotta find a guy.
we don't talk about trend, but
There it is. Yeah. Trenbolone.
Mm,
I don't know if that's a controversial topic. I know most strength athletes use gear, but in Chile it's not that common. I haven't met many people that use it.
Hmm. Yeah,
You have-
I
Like
use
the
it, but
top
mostly
arm
as like an
wrestlers-
artificial
You
sweetener.
have.
I mean,
It's not
I
me.
know of a guy. Yeah, I know.
It's not
I
me.
know.
But you have.
No, I have. Okay. Yes.
Maybe you weren't paying attention, but one of the guys of the team, like one of the like the Long Wolf, you remember him?
Really?
El Jose?
His name rhymes with.
Mm.
No, his name is Jose, and his Instagram it's like Long Wolf Fit, and he was like he took his shirt off once, and he was like solid rock. Like if Pablo is fit, he is like that fit but smaller. and he was like, he told me the last time I saw him, hey, I wanted to tell you that I am on gear, and it has been like really cool. And I was like, oh, nice. Are you
I
doing?
bet, yeah.
Are you doing it with a doctor? Because actually, I have met many guys on gear here in Chile, because I'm older and crazier and stuff. But I was like, are you doing it with a doctor, with a responsible professional for your health? And he was like, no, but the guy that sells me the stuff, I always met him in person,
I
so
trust
I
him.
am super cool with that. And he was like, fuck,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
maybe this is the last time I'm going to see him, but who knows?
No side
I
effects at
haven't
all.
seen
Yeah.
Closer in a while.
As long as you meet in person, everything's cool.
Yeah.
That's how you know.
I I think I'm through all of the audience questions I received. Do you have any more, Will?
I think so, but I also think that it's late, and I'm not going to
Yes.
be much use. I'm not going to be useful for much longer.
Yeah.
I'm usually in bed by now because
What time is it?
it's
in the
10:30.
US?
I think it's the same right now. It's the
Oh,
same
yeah.
It's the
time
same.
there.
It's the same.
Yeah, but gosh, plus this dog's driving me nuts. Anyway,
All right. Is there anything else you guys want to add about your contest or anything else you want anyone to know while we wrap it up?
Yeah, that we are going to have King Kong, and we are going to improve everything that people answers on the satisfaction survey.
oh, there was one more
And-
question. I'm sorry, real quick. This was an anonymous one, but this is for Pabs. Have you filled out the satisfaction survey?
I have not.
Okay,
I have not.
someone was very concerned.
But
That's
I
so
have
funny.
given all my opinions to Pancho directly.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna.
Oh no, the satisfaction survey is to have everything registered, and then we do the analytics. So,
Yes, yes.
Well,
I'm
sorry.
and actually, you only said good things to me. So, man, do the
He was
the beef.
satisfied.
I was satisfied.
Excellent customer service.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 would order again.
Yeah, but
Yes.
that's it. We are really happy with the outcome, and we are really happy to have you interviewing us. So we are just happy and tired. So it has been a blast, and I wish this was like in person or maybe in a
Yes.
weekend, because we all work, we all study, and we're all tired. And actually, my wife is going to have his birthday tomorrow, so I have to sing the happy birthday song in
Oh, man.
like in not so long. So guys, this has been great. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
thanks for
it's-
wanting to do it with us. This was good, and congrats on a successful competition. It sounds like.
Yeah. And
It
we'd
was
love
really
to do it
cool.
again anytime you guys have another contest.
Yeah, we will be glad to like be together again. And I wanted to know if Pablo has some final message for this to
yes.
finish this lovely interview. One
Well,
of my
thank
praises.
you guys. Thank you guys very much for the interview. It's always awesome to speak to people that love the same sport and from another country. You guys are super fun. And as a message to the viewers, I don't know, eat plenty, sleep well, and train hard. And
There we go.
we'll have a blast having PRs every other competition in grip.
Love it. Good stuff. Yeah, thanks guys. It was
Thank you.
definitely a blast. Hopefully you listeners, if you're just tuning in, hopefully you guys at home also tuning in at the end of a podcast somehow are enjoying
Enjoyed.
Tuning out.
enjoyed our conversation. And yeah, this will be, I think we're going to put it up on both, so we'll have it wherever you listen to and watch your stuff. You'll see our 4 faces staring at you.
4 pretty faces,
4
2 blonde faces, and 2 black faces. Just kidding. It was awesome.
Yeah. Thanks guys. That's what a note to end on.
To end on?
Yeah, I love it.
You
All
will
right,
have to
grab
edit
your
this. You will have to edit this
Nope.
episode if you want. Nope. Oh, I love it.
Nope.
We'll get
Raw
a
and
cancellation letter
Yeah.
in 3 days.
Yeah, YouTube will take us down. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
You know, all 4 subscribers will like probably flip it, but it'll be fine. Anyway, good night, everyone, and
Good night.
Until the next time.
Till the next time, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.